Here we are, we're at Tankfest. Oh. It's all happening back there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to... Oh, get rid of that. Get a notification for my own stream. Interesting. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wander around the museum, and if we bump into people, we bump into people. If not, we don't. I do know that, shout out here, Petty is here, Randy Duck is here, Eclipse is here somewhere. I haven't met him yet. Dave, GM, is here as well. And all of the wargaming stuff for console, well, not all, obviously. Some of them are here. They're out the back there somewhere. But let's go for a wander. I'm going to spin the... Slap. Terry, hey guys. I'm going to spin the camera around. And I'm also going to... Oh, I don't know. This might not work. This is the cafe. Right, orientation is locked. Okay. Right, so I can't spin it... I can't spin it landscape, but I can spin it port. So we're going to have to wander around with it in this orientation. Hey, there's Adrian. Adrian, hello. Barely recognised me without my cans. Yeah, I have ears. Right, so let's leave. We're going to leave the cafe. I won't show you everybody eating because that's rude. Here we go. All right, we're out. Spinning around. Here we are. So, for those that don't know, I did a live stream of the Tank Story Hall, and this is that hall. So starting from very early World War I down there, the Panther is there, you've got a Cromwell, Firefly, and let me go further down, that's the Churchill Crocodile down there, just there with the trailer. And we'll get a sneak there. That's Tiger 131, but we'll come back to this. So, nice Centurion, Challenger 1 over there. There's a T-72 down there. There's a Leopard. Oh, there's all sorts here, guys. All sorts. It's quite busy at the minute, as you can see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wander over to where the museum, where it starts. So we'll start from the beginning and we'll wander all the way through. But for those of you interested in modelling, check this out. Look at all that. The detail in this stuff is brilliant. Sorry. All right, so if you arrive, that's the entrance there, shop, reception. Spin your way up here, and let's have a wander through the World War I section. Dylan, hello. You smell the petrol in the dirt, yeah. So it's quite clever what they've done here. This is the sort of a very brief World War I recruitment. So you'd start off with the recruiting officer, you'd end up in a train, then you'd end up in France. So very quickly you've made the transition from being a civvy to some poor souls down there. And now you're straight into the trenches. And they've done a very good job of detailing this the way you would, well, I suppose it would have been back then, but yeah, water is poisonous, don't drink that.
You'll wear a white t-shirt.
Little trench down there. This is the British, these are the British trenches, so gentleman in here is, well, he was speaking to me earlier when I came through. But little dugout, and we let these folks go. Seen the Chally 2 yet? Yes, it's the Chally 2 Megatron is the one that's here, and there's a display for that this afternoon. Let me see if I can wait for this. Taking a picture. All right, scoot past there. Yeah, the Chally Megatron is here with the tank regiment. I have seen that. There's a warrior here as well, and you won't believe I have poked the wargaming guys so many times for a warrior. I've said, get the warrior, get the warrior. So hopefully it's coming. Here we are. This is the World War I section with it's a Mark. I don't know what's that. Mark 1, the male variant with the guns, not the machine guns. So we are through. This is the full hall for the World War I section. So we've got the variety of equipment that they would have used: motorcycle with a machine gun in the sidecar, artillery pieces, uniforms. There's always these cinematic displays. These are very cool, and there's a lot of information to read here as well. I would highly recommend, if you do come here, take the time to read, because you'll miss out on a lot if you don't. I don't know. See, even stuff here. I didn't know how they had pigeons in here. They're not real, obviously, but pigeons. So in this hall, they have a Mark. All right, let me see if I can do this. They have a Mark IV. This is a Mark IV with the Fascine. Mark 9, Mark 8, Mark 5, and something else. I can't remember. So that's the Mark. That was the Mark 4. Here's the Mark 5. And I'll just say, for scale, let me do this here a second. That's my hand. So it gives you an idea of how big this thing is. It is huge. Various displays. This one is interesting. I like this one. That's a wedding ring, I believe, made from the glass from a periscope that was extracted from some bloke's leg, and he made his wife's wedding ring from it. So I thought, that's a heck of a ring. So Mark 5. This is the Mark 8, and you can see the kind of evolution of what was happening here, because this is an incredibly long vehicle, and the shape has changed as well. Now, one thing I will do for you, I will go through here. You ready for this? This is me squeezing through the inside. Oh wait, hang on. Someone else come. Yep. Are we coming out? Right, here we go. So, transmission and engine. Mike, hello. Squirrel, hello. Todd, hello. So I've recorded a video which I'll upload separately, but my shoulders are quite wide. If this was running, these are based on my knowledge, these are the rockers, the valves for the engine. If this was running, you've got these things going backwards and forwards, and it's just like, if this were me, I'd be getting my arm stuck on that, my elbow. Oh, I'm already getting stuck. This is so cramped. This is ridiculous. I mean,
could you imagine being in his head?
It's mental.
Yeah.
It's the driving position.
Wouldn't it just?
Right. Let this lady get out first. So yeah, that is the exposed engine. It's just like, oh, you would be burning yourself, everything. All right. Okay, we're out. Whew. Love the stream. Oh, hey Dan, yeah. I really appreciate your feedback, Dan. That was really great to see that you guys, or you specifically, well, especially you, Dan, you enjoyed the stream yesterday. So thank you for that. We'll get your chunky butt through there. Brilliant. Right, so, all right, this is the end of the World War I tank hall. And what was said earlier is that 80%, no, I think something like 91% of the remaining armour from World War I is in this museum. So this is basically all you'll ever see in the world. I think there's a remaining German World War I tank in Australia, but that's a long way away. So this is the next hall, and this is the impact of the role the horse played in World War I, and what looks like just agricultural kit. I mean, I suppose a tractor pulling a plough is no different to a tractor pulling an artillery piece, you know? And yeah, it's a good variety of stuff here. How loud is that tank? Oh, well, all of them, everything is loud, but there are tanks that are louder than others. The Leopard 1 is phenomenally loud. And interestingly enough, the Matilda 1 has the best sounding exhaust. That was commented on today. It's like that. The Matilda 1 sounds like a V8 sports car. It's really quite nice. So this is still the role of the horse with the hay bales and various. Again, as you can see, there is so much information here that you'd need to stop and read to really get the most out of your trip here. Bait, hello. Dylan, you're live in Ottawa, Canada. Very nice to see the War Museum here. Yeah, well, it's a unique take on the museum, especially for all those that I know that are stateside or in Canada or what have you. You don't have access, so here you are. Right, we'll just move on through here. Right, so this is the interwar period. Oh, sorry, my bad. Independent heavy tank with 5 turrets on that thing, I think. It's ridiculous. Here we have a light tank, very early light tank. There's the board. Should anyone wish to read? Armoured car, I think that's a Rolls. Is this a Rolls? No, it's not a Rolls Royce. Peerless armoured car. Very cool, very cool. And now we're into World War II. So there is a Matilda 1 down there on the left. Matilda 1, that's a Comet. And they have a little cinema hall here, which you can stay in there and watch whatever you want. Or not, no, I'll take that back. Not whatever you want, obviously. You stay in there and watch what they're showing you. It's a little piece on the Battle of Britain. Out here we have a variety of armoured cars. This is a Rolls Royce. That's a mega concrete bunker on the back of a flatbed. And we have a kind of example grocery store with various things and prices in there, a house. That is a genuine cookbook, which my wife looked through, and I think she got a recipe out of there. I don't know. She'll probably tell us if she did. Yeah, there she is. You love the store. Yeah, okay. We'll go in here just for the wife. Here we are. Geez, I thought that was real. Oh, look. I didn't know he made his own vegetables. That's interesting. I have to tell him about that. Okay, all right. That's not quite Beethoven. But yeah, here we go. Cookery. This is a thick book. Look at that. It's a big one. Whew. So yeah, typical home for the World War II period. We have. Oh, I won't look in there. We'll move past. That is a bunker. That's a World War II air raid shelter back there with this couple of young'uns in there. So we'll move on. This area here is where the running Matilda 1 normally sits. So that is outside. That's already run outside today, actually. We have Guy armoured car. Ken, hey, greetings from Oz. Yeah. Samoa. All the way through to the Panzer 1. There's the Panzer 1. Coming soon, cooking. Yeah, there we go. What Mr. and Mrs. Ricky cook World War II food together. That's the French. French. Oh my word, that's going to insult the Italians, isn't it? That's the Italian M14, and this is the restored Matilda 2. This is the one that the Tank Museum restored. Oops, sorry. They restored this on their. They've got the restoration video on their channel, which is a very good series. I would recommend that to everybody. This is a very, very nice vehicle, and it is incredibly loud. I couldn't believe how loud this thing was. It's not, this one doesn't run outside, but they have one that does run outside, and it is phenomenally loud. It's impressive. So that's an A9 cruiser, an A10 cruiser. Unified Services, where am I at? I am in the World War II hall at the minute. Looking, well, I'm right next to the steward. Wait for the photos. I'm following the footprints on the floor. That's actually another note for people that haven't been here. If you want to know your way around, follow the footprints. So, Valentine. And half-track, German half-track. I am not even going to try and work out what that means. I have no clue. There's another Italian little thing. Genuine, yeah, that's a genuine, you know what, from World War II. And there is the original picture with those guys capturing it, and yep, there it is. Dingo scout car with a Churchill 2 behind, I believe. I believe that's a Churchill 2. Yes, that is a Churchill 2. Again, one of these was running yesterday, and I think another one's going to... It might be running right now, actually. But yeah, these tracks, they're just... It's metal on metal all the way around. Like, if we look down here, we look at this. There's no rubber there. That's metal on metal, and it grinds all the way around. That's the drive sprocket there, grinding all the way over the top. There's no sneaking around in these things. They're so loud. Like, you would hear this thing coming and be like, all right, lads, we've got to get ready for. There's a Churchill coming, you know. This is I want to say, what's this? A Panzer III? Yes, Panzer III Panzer III N with no tracks. So that's not going anywhere for now. I would say M3 Lee. It's not an M3 Lee, it's a Grant. I think the Grant is the British version. Am I right in saying that? Cruiser 3? No, not Crusader. Crusader 3. Continuing around here, which is the back end of the A10, I think that's the A10. Everyone's favourite. This might still be a tier 3, I don't know. What is this? Can't remember. A Tetrarch? Yeah, Tetrarch. In what I believe is the original glider, the wooden frame here. That is the original glider. Glider wooden frame. 10, yay, Jen. Thank you. Grant is British, yes. So that was the Grant, so that's the British version. There is the AA turret for a Centaur. Nice little picture of it there. And we are now looking at the arse end of a Panzer IV. And this is the back end of the AVRE. And no, before you throw your controller at your TV, it's not the tier 10 AVRE, this is the Churchill AVRE. That is a big, it's not a gun, I don't know what you call it. What is it? Demolition something? I don't know. Anyway, here we are. This is the bit that people get excited about. But before we do, there's a Hargo there, and there's a universal carrier there, and then a bridge laying something. Can't remember. Bridge laying can't remember. Anyway, Panzer II. And as you can see, this is a very popular one. Tiger II. King Tiger. With a big gun. Very big gun. And again, I'll give you a sense of scale here. Hand. Look at that. These tracks, just redonkulous. And if I squeeze through here, we have what looks like, I'd say 1 or 2 road wheels missing on this. But still, you know, look at, I mean, scale. Just the size of this thing. It's like, the tank, I think it was tiger phobia was a thing in World War II, and you can understand why. I mean, this thing is just monstrous. Absolutely huge. There is a, what's this, wheeled German something there. Goliath, which I believe was a very early attempt at remote control vehicles. So this thing is, it's tiny, to be honest, compared to everything else that's here. This is tiny. Very, very small. But I'm not gotta hide that. No, you can't look at that yet. Can't see that yet. This is a Ram 2, which I think that's the Ram was Canadian, I think. We have a Staghound next to this one. This Humber Scout car here with, well, an assortment of kit on top. More displays. Again, I'll say it again. Reading everything that you see here and here and here. There's so much information that is in addition to just the tanks that are on display here. So that's a Hellcat. Am I right in saying that's a Hellcat? No, that's an Achilles. No, Hellcat's totally different. Sorry. I'm getting the tanks on display mixed up. M4A4 Sherman. And the front of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV-D, I should add. But again, size of these road wheels, I mean, look. That's the size of my hand compared to the front drive sprocket. It's just, I keep going on about it. The size of this stuff is just mega. There's a Stuart, M5A1 Stuart. Half track. Do they have the population's favourite, the Weasel? No, they don't. There was something in the arena earlier that I thought, oh, that's a Weasel, but it's not. It's a World War II thing. They don't have a Weasel here, actually, no. Oh, this is another popular one, the Stug 3. I won't get in people's way. Oh yeah, Churchill 4. Squeeze through, sorry. Another Sherman here. Mine clearing Sherman with these pretty mega flails in the front. That is the front end of an M4A1 it says, right there. There you go. Moving around here to what is probably a personal favourite of mine, because I am very fond, well, I don't think fond is the right word to use for a theatre of war, but interested. I'm interested in the Pacific theatre, and that is a Buffalo. So this is a landing craft that troops would have rolled up to a beach in and faced the Japanese, which that's a conflict we don't hear too much about. It tends to be all about the European war and the Germans and the Allies. Not very much is said for the Pacific theatre with the Japanese, so we'll just climb up here. You get a few guys in there. 2 guys manning the M2s. And away they go, storming a beach on a Pacific island somewhere. Jagdpanzer. Chaffee. This is one for you, Slap. Here we go. You want to see what the transmission of a Chaffee looks like? There you are. There's my reflection. Trigger happy. So, one thing I have done, because the lead tank designer is here, I've asked him, if there's a tank in the museum that has that inscription, can we get that inscription in the game? Because, you know, it's not made up. It's right there. Valentine Archer, which, if I recall rightly, drives faster backwards than it does forwards. Ram Kangaroo, which is the Ram, but I believe this is the troop carrying version. So if I you can see that the turret ring is still there, but they just stuck some guys in there and told them that this is your troop carrier. Such a great tank, yeah. Oh, hang on, let me just catch up on the chat. Russell, hello. Do they have the M1A2? No, they don't have an Abrams here. Sorry. I'll find something more interesting for you to look at while I read things. Hang on. Let me just come through here. Right, you can have a look at the front of a, what's this? Centaur Dozer. There you go. While I catch up here. Love that inscription. Yes. There's an inscription on the FV 4005 at the front as well that I've requested. Russ is at work. Okay. Sad there's no Abrams. Yeah, I think... What is the highest they've got an M46 in the Vehicle Conservation Centre. I think that they've got an M4. Hang on, we'll get there. Hang on, we will get there. So this is a T-3485, which again, I'll say it again, is so much bigger than you think. Very impressive. Another favourite for people, Jagdpanther. Did you just see a Super Sherman? Did I spin around? You may be talking about this here. Hang on. You talking about this? This is an M4A1 Sherman. Was that what it was? What about the M1? No, I don't think they have an M1. I don't think they have any sort of modern era. I think the most modern they have is an M48. There is an M60 running around in the arena. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think the M's in the VCC they have an M60 Rise, they have an M60A3, they have an M103A2. So I think the M103A2 is the most modern American heavy armor they've got. But Chieftain is here. Yeah, we are literally about to get to some of the good stuff. So Centurion 2, I think this is an early one because it's got the machine gun on the side of the turret, and I think the stock Centurion 2 in Cold War has that machine gun on the side of it. If you do come here, that is a very good film to watch. These boards are very good to read because it just details life as a tanker in the desert, more specifically. Not a nice place to be, but I believe, is it him? I think the guy in the film is that guy with his young wife, and then it's the same two as they're older. So nice little story there. We're now pushing through. This is the fan favorite here. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready, guys? Very busy. There's Tog. Tog 2. Tog is love, Tog is life, as they say. Oh, watch out. But yeah, this thing is a monster. I mean, here's inside. There's the engine. The back turret basket driving. And I think I'm correct in saying this. This is clearly a World War I tank design. So the question is, why is this World War I tank design sitting in a corner that is not related to anything to do with the World War I hull? And the answer to that is, to get it here, they had to put soapy water on the floor, slide it into place, and it's in the corner. And it's there to stay, because it's not moving, it can't move, the tracks are seized. There's no way for them to move it, so it's there. It's stuck. Right, I'm gonna quickly walk across the front here.
Basically, we had to always remember vividly the woman
There's the
outside
tortoise.
cups and tea. So for us doing through basic training across the road,
Try to move it, yeah.
which wasn't very often, of course. We would run across it. It was a real
Proper tog club.
downtime for what we were doing. So the stress and the strain of the basic
They have a lot of
training
chairs around
to
here,
go across
people
here.
eating. So that is the tortoise, which I will try and show you for scale here. All right, so gun mantlet, you know, hand and the size of the front bolt there. Put that in context with the rest of it. This is, again, it's just a monster. Tracks. Hand. It's bonkers. This is a Khalid, which I believe is an export version of the Chieftain. Challenger 1 with a rather nice paint job on it. Challenger 1 MBT. Let me squeeze across the front, sorry. Chieftain Mark 12. Now, I don't know if we're going to get this, but the lead tank designer did get excited at this stage. And a favourite of mine, there's Conqueror. Beautiful. With a massive gun. This thing is, I mean, can I get this whole thing in? I don't know. Can I? Yeah, there we go. It's just enormous. Now this is the new thing this year. That's a brick Tiger 1, which, if I remember correctly from the gentleman I spoke to this morning, will set you back almost £600. So, yeah, if you have £600, that Tiger can be yours. Yeah, FV 101. All right, yes, Russ, we will. Actually, hang on. Before we get, that's a picture. Get out of the way. Sorry. We haven't got to the 101 yet, but that is a 107. That's a scimitar, and I'm missing a detail here because there are two scimitars here. But if you look at them, there's this one, and then there's that one. So if you look at the container behind, you can tell this one is a lot shorter than this one. So they're two different variants, and what I understand is one is a combat variant and the other is a scout variant. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, but there's, again, nice bit of footage there on this. Viking personnel carrier, and we have a transport vehicle here of some sort that was hit by an IED, and what you see here, this is the state of the vehicle as it was after the impact. So that just gives you an idea of the kind of beating these things take. And yeah, I don't think rocks made those dents. That was angry things coming out of a barrel. But we have, again, the front end of a Viking here. And Divine Blowfish, hello! This is the sort of replica living quarters of the Afghanistan war. And not related to tanks, but here we have the containment tube for a javelin. High explosive anti-tank is what I can assume heat means there. So, shower setup, a rather harrowing story there, sad story of a particular man who didn't come back from Afghanistan the same way he left. Just gives you an idea of what war does to men and women. But now, that is the Afghan section, and we're now walking back through the way I came in, so that's you can get food and drink here if you wish. There are two cafes, and I walked straight past it, but there is a section of books there as well. So if you're interested in anything, any sort of reading material, there is reading material here. Just following through here. and we are going to be at the back of the T-34, which is there. There's the dozer. We're now following the footsteps again. Is there anything new since Tiger Day? Yes, actually, this is new. This dozer is a new addition since Tiger Day. This wasn't here the last time I came to the museum with Jen. This is new. There are other new things. I will have to remember them as I walk around, but this display here shows you the varying sizes of weaponry, guns specifically. Some of these things are they're just monsters, absolute monsters. Okay, moving forward, following the footsteps, we're at the back of the Chaffee. So another one for you, Slap, is your twin engine. Nice little view here. The Chaffee that's running this year has recently been restored and it's in very nice shape. I've got some footage of it with my GoPro. Very nice. British Tank Regiment cooling off in an air-conditioned room after their little musical display, because their uniforms are hot and it is warm. This is what I believe. This is new. Not new since Tiger Day, but this is relatively new to the museum, and it's a memorial to the fallen members of the Royal Tank Regiment, I believe. So, yeah, those who didn't make it back, unfortunately. But again, we have here another favourite, the Yag Tiger. Just a monster. Huge. With 2 road wheels missing, I believe. But again, look, I'll put my foot here this time. Foot. Road wheel. It's just stuff is, you know, when you break down on the road, when you just change a wheel with your car, you think, oh yeah, that's a bit of tough work. But if this thing breaks down, like what do you do? This is how, and I can understand now how armor is wasted. You know, if you break down, you're not moving this. It's not like oh, everyone get out and push. Nuh-uh, it's not going anywhere. Actually, yes, speaking of new stuff, thank you for asking, Jen. This is the newest edition. There's a group of people down there because Quickie Baby is signing things. But this is what I believe to be the tank in culture. And you've got the Fury poster, you've got the museum curator here just doing a little video on how tanks have been used in films. That was The Bridge Too Far, and there was actually a Laurel and Hardy skit up there that I've not seen before, and I thought, oh, I need to watch that, so I like Laurel and Hardy. But here we have a little section on Fury with images from the set. So Tiger 131, Fury, barrel of Tiger 131, the uniforms that were worn, and what I can only assume is a bust of Brad Pitt. So that's the kind of the cultural section for how things fit in. Moving across here. It's famous for its market as well. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. The stream was very good. Awesome. I'm glad you guys liked it. I was a little nervous. We're actually not that far from where the stream took place, but this is a Type 59, which we have in game as a Type 59D. And there is the famous student standing in front of the tanks to stop them. This is the first ever Sherman product off the product line, number 1, Michael, which you can tell because it has a very unique array of 3 machine guns. Ball mount, fixed in the hull, fixed in the turret, which I don't believe went much further because, well, you know, it wasn't deemed necessary. So we have an armored car there. We have a, what's this? That's an amphibious thing, as you can tell. It's a bit boat-like, but this is one for Russ. Here we go, Russ. There's your Scorpion. There's your 101. Did we see the flyover? There was a The Red Arrows did a flyover yesterday, but I think they arrived a little too early because it wasn't announced. They were in the middle of tanks going around the arena, and I was recording them, and all of a sudden I heard this whoosh over my head, and there go 5 Red Arrows. It's like, oh, okay, that wasn't announced. I wasn't prepared for this. But Centurion 5-1 with a very nice new paint job. Very, very nice. Very shiny. Very, very good. Love that. All right, so here we are. We're moving up now to... Oh, I see someone you guys might want to meet. AMX 13. This is a training FV Scimitar FV107 turret. And maybe I can sneak a little thing here. That is Quickie Baby lining up for his fan. Oh no, his fans are lining up for him. So, hang on, let me see if I can I nab him? Where is he?
Very good.
Hang on, here we go. Petty, say hello. Petty 360. And this is the console station. And they've got 4 Xboxes, which I have played. I've played a few of them. I've played 2 games on the far end there. My first ever game on a Tankfest account, and I got hate message. So that tells you all you need to know. World of Tanks is functioning as normal. I killed the 101 in my 107, and they didn't like it. Right, so this is the Blitz section with their live stream, which is currently taking place in the Vehicle Conservation Center. So the Blitz, a bunch of touchpads, iPads, I'm not sure. I've never played Blitz, so that's their section. And here is the PC section, as well as, I'll show you guys this, because this is cool. This is very cool. This is a Centurion that has been sliced in half from front to back. So, starting at the very back, you've got the radiator, transmission, engine, sneak past, squeeze through here, with there's the cutout, and flip all the way around to the other side. This is the other side, which would obviously be married up to the bit behind me. As you can, there is not a, like, look at this guy, look at him. He's got no room. There is absolutely no room in there. There is no chance my shoulders would fit in that gap. Just absolutely no way. Good tank, but just no room whatsoever. OMG, Blitz is still a thing. Yeah, Blitz is still here. This is the first year all 3 are here at the same time, which is why Wargaming has such a big presence. And that's partly why, I think it is why I was invited to do what I'm doing, which is absolutely mental, to be honest. I can't believe I got this opportunity. Right, we are now.
Hey, I found you.
Hey, my stream's just gone down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, were you actually doing like a live stream? Like
Yeah,
walking
yeah.
around? Oh.
Are we still here? Yeah, we are still here. Yeah, hang on.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, so I've done everything else. I'm now going to wander around here, so do you want to join? Or do you want to, are you
I'm
busy?
going to be heading to the booth for a little bit.